We are here at the Maxwell Estate with the MurderCycles Club here. They putting on a show here today. Look at this place. It is off the hook. This is from the Gilded Age, and before there was income taxes. And the guy who owned this actually owns the building, owned the factory bar museum. And it's pretty wild. Got some nice bikes here. We got a Springer on the end there.
Yep.
Check this out. Let's come on, we're down here. It's a Heritage Springer. Very, very hot bike. These are super, super sought after these days. A lot of them are getting shipped to Japan. The Japanese dudes love those, and there's nothing like that over there. This is a 100th anniversary Dyna Wide Glide. This is a Triumph, one of the newer model Triumphs, an FLH, 3 FLHs, a Road King, and then of course Triumph Billy's bike, another FLH, and on the end here a blue and white Dyna Wide Glide. So over here we got another dresser and a couple other show bikes over here. Then we'll go up and check out this 1902 Triumph and talk to interview the owner. So look at this. I think this is a shovel. Yep, that's a shovel head. Check out this motor. It's one of my favorite engine styles, the 60s and 70s shovel heads. That's an Evolution Evolution Sportster and a hardtail, and that's a Honda Rebel. So bike right here, both of these. This looks like a 72 CB350 with a custom Dunstall style exhaust. It's been chopped, cafe'd, pretty badass. And the one in the middle there, Dane from MurderCycles, that's his bike. Check it out. He just finished the paint job on it. It's off the hook. Paint job on it. It's a two-tone, like a flat black and metallic red. Painted the rims. It's got the gold chain on it. Nitrogen shocks. This is going in the cafe show we're having September 8th at the museum. So pretty wild. This 1902 is off the hook. It's a 1902 Clement. So let's interview this guy. Hi, this is Ken Kaplan from the New England Motorcycle Museum. I'm here at the MurderCycles at the Mansion Show at the Elks Lodge in Rockville. This was owned by Mr. Maxwell, the guy that owns the mill, owned the mill 100 years ago that the museum is in. And this place is off the hook. We're here with Triumph Billy. How you doing, Triumph Billy?
Doing well, doing well.
They nicknamed him Triumph Billy, of course, because he's a Triumph aficionado, and he's got a bike here in the show. So tell us, what bike did you bring today?
Today I brought a 70 650, except it has a 1977 750 motor in it. And the brakes are all from a 1977 also, so it has disc brakes in the front, disc brakes in the back, 5-speed transmission. It's a little more hopped up than the original 1970 version that it was. And the swing arms cut off it. It's a rigid frame. It's ready for the road.
Sounds pretty badass.
It's a tough ride, you know. It's been through heck, but I keep it going. I had a pretty bad crash on it last year, and this is actually my first trip out. Going anywhere in public on a motorcycle since I recovered from the accident.
Well, you got injured. What happened?
I broke some stuff in my spine and mostly scrambled my brains. And
yeah, I did the same thing. Last May, I crashed racing KTM 450. Yeah. I had to get back surgery. Yeah, that was not fun, man. I was in a wheelchair for 2 weeks, so I can relate.
Yeah,
it's fucking
I
horrible.
was in the hospital for 4 months, but I'm back in action.
I think you're doing fine. So yeah, the 76. My brother actually had come on in. It's fine. Oh. Always good to have ladies in the video, right?
It's okay.
We had my brother had a 76 750 Bombo when he handed me down the 72 Daytona. I was telling Billy, my first real street bike in I was 14, so it was 79. Was a 1972 Daytona 500. And my brother gave that to me. It was a hand down from my dad to him. And then when my brother got his Bonnie at 750, he gave me the 500. And I got arrested on it for driving without a license. So that wasn't cool, but it's all right. It was a great bike, and I loved it. And that started a lifelong affair with Triumphs to this day. You have to come down to the museum and see. I've got some really beautiful Triumphs. We just did a 67. I have a 67 Daytona 500 Super Sport first year. That's all original paint. Yeah, that's beautiful. So why don't we go outside and check out Billy's bike? You can give us a little quick rundown on his bike. So check out this room before we leave. This was, again, the Maxwell Estate. Look at the chandelier here. This is all hand carved. I mean, you couldn't even find anybody to make this for you today. The walls, believe it or not, are leather. Check out the walls. It's hand carved leather. And the ceiling is, I don't know, I guess it's some kind of hand carved wood. And this fireplace, I mean, look at this. I'm 6'2", and this fireplace is 3 feet taller than me. And it's off the hook. Truly a fantastic place. So without further ado, let's go check out his Triumph. Cool. So this is Billy's first ride since his big crash last year. He was in the hospital for 4 months. Was this a bike you crashed on?
Yeah.
So he's making a full recovery here. And obviously the bike did too. So tell us a little bit about this bike again. It's a hardtail Triumph.
Yeah, it's a hardtail Triumph 650 with a later model motor. The front end and the back wheel are all later models from a 77, disc brakes and stuff like that. I rebuilt the motor a handful of years ago.
So your specialties, do you do this for other people too?
Every now and then I'll help somebody out, but nah, I'm a construction worker.
Yeah.
I actually inherited this motorcycle from a guy who lives in this town, Jim Foley.
Oh, no kidding.
In 1994. That's okay.
So you've had it for 25 years?
And I was a chief mechanic on it from 87 to 92 for it also. Jimmy bought a bike because I couldn't afford the $100 that it cost back in the day. But, you know, it's still clicking. It still goes okay. It's hanging in there. It's you know, seen some wear, especially since the accident. I put a different tank on it, different handlebars and different foot pegs and stuff that got all bent up in the accident and straightened out what was bent. And that's about all I did, was just straighten things out and got it running again.
That's awesome. Thanks for the rundown on it,
Great.
man.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
It.
Nice to meet
Glad
you
you're
guys.
back on 2 feet and 2 wheels, brother.
Thank you very much.
Keep the shiny side up. Hi, I'm here with Mark, the owner of the 1902. What exactly is it?
It's a Clement Gladiator.
Clement Gladiator. And keep in mind, this was a year before the Harley Davidson was made. I have no idea what the bike's worth. I guess it could be considered priceless because we're going to get another one. Are there any other that exist?
Yeah, I've seen in recent history one or two on yesterday's website in the Netherlands. They go for, 14,000 or so, something like that.
Seems like a bargain for what
I
it
got to
is.
tell you, I paid a lot less than that for it.
It's a fantastic machine, Mark. It sounds awesome.
I bought it from a dealer in England who specializes in what he calls autocycles, which are bicycles with engines. And this is one of the older ones that he had, and very easy fellow to deal with, and that, and took care of the shipping and everything for me. What other questions do you have about the bike?
Well, actually, I met Mark at the British Iron Association meet a couple years back. He's got a private museum of his own with some phenomenal machines in it that I've seen, and this is a tip of the iceberg of the bikes that he has here. So, have you, as far as the 1902 goes, have you ridden it much, or?
Yeah. I've had it about a year, and I spent quite a bit of time on it. Had the head rebuilt and the main shaft, crankshaft bearing and all. And the most ticklish thing was the carburetor, because back then I don't even know if they had gasoline. They probably ran on naphtha or something like that. So the jetting was, totally wrong. And it's the type of thing where you don't have an interchangeable jet. You have to solder up the spray tube, drill it, keep drilling it until you get the right combination. And I just got it running really well a couple months ago. And I've had it out on the road, and it's actually pretty easy to ride, even without a clutch. You go along, you come into a turn, and if it's too sharp of a turn to use the engine, there's a lever you push down which kills the ignition and raises the exhaust valve. So you coast through the corner, pedal if you have to, pull the lever back up, and it catches and fires, and off you go. And it's actually, I found it, very simple to ride, to tell you the truth.
Sounds like it runs like a top, and I like the exposed valve train where you can see the valves moving up and down. And man, what a cool piece. We'll have to do some close-ups video out there.
That's atmospheric intake.
That's what that is?
There's no, no cam and rocker to actuate. It just, opens by suction, so to speak.
A fantastic piece of machinery. Well, thank you, Mark, for sharing the history of the motorcycle today.
You're
God
welcome.
bless you. It's an awesome machine. And this one here is for Best Custom. It's handmade, all welded together. This is for Best American. This one here is for Best Blowjob. I don't know about that, but it looks like someone's getting a blowjob.
Yeah, it is.
This is Best British. Worst Rack Mike. Best Road Racer. This is Best Japanese. This is kind of cool. Look at that. That's fucking badass.
Badass.
Look at this. This looks like an alien. I don't know what this is. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, that's
This one here is Elk's Choice. That's pretty wild. All handmade, welded together. Best American, Best European, Best Japanese, Best European. This is Best pre-World War pre-World War I. I would guess this will probably go to the 1902 Triumph. So, unfortunately, with the rain, the turnout wasn't what we were hoping for. But the spirit is here, and we're getting ready. Next year will be an awesome show. It'll be even bigger. So don't miss next year's 3rd annual MurderCycles at the Mansion.
Man, how you doing, guys? We're here at the motorcycle event, and this place is great. I met some great people here. Wow, the building historical again. I'm telling you, this place is one of the best places that I ever been in my lifetime. Especially these people, man. These people, I can't say enough. Great, awesome people, down to earth. It's the best. Again, there's no word to describe how I feel right now. This is like a dream, and those that know me know that this is what I do. This is what I was born for, but these guys are great. We got all these types of motorcycles and events here, and man, I'm lost for words, but I'm gonna sign off. I'm pretty much done here. It's too bad that the weather, came upon us like this, but you know what? We ride or die. We here in the rain, snow, sleet, whatever. We here. So until next year for this event, I'm gonna sign out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and God bless. Thank you. Peace.